Hey folks, and welcome to Brick Talk TV, and welcome to our next stream in our continuation of series of streams around the USS Enterprise from the Star Trek Lego set. If you join me in recent streams, you've seen us complete 18 bags so far, and for the 18 bags we've actually got the stand of the USS Enterprise, we've got all the engine and the main hull here, and we're starting to work on the main sort of disc or the bridge area, and so we're so far into that. And in terms of our minifigures on the stand here, we've got quite a few already starting to stack up. So I'm gonna try and get everything built today in this stream, but it might be touch and go because there's 12 bags to go, and we do have the gift with purchase also to build as well. So we'll see how we go today. I'll try and get it all done, but if it doesn't finish this weekend, it will finish next weekend for sure. I did put on the YouTube channel as well our next stream, which is going to be the 2026 modular building as well, so Shopping Street, which will be either next week or the week after, depending on if we get this completed today. So with that, let's get straight into the zoom mode, and we'll continue from bag 19, and we have our next minifigure, which is Lieutenant Commander Data, and also his cat as well. So let's get going with the build. So as you can see, this is as far as we got with the bridge last week. We stuck in the sticker in here as well, which is the misprinted one around the boldly statement. So we're continuing to build out the disc, which is probably going to be the rest of this build now. So for next up, we've got Data. Of course, he's got the black legs and then his sort of dark yellow mustard coloured tunic on there. He will have, if I can find him, there's his cat. And then he's got two facial expressions, one where he's kind of got his eyebrows raised a bit there, one when they're a bit lower, but he's got those hollowed out eyes, and somewhere he has his black hair, which is swept back there. So that's Data. He's going onto our minifigure stand. I've got the trumpet away from that one. He's going here, and then we've got his cat next to him, according to the instructions, which is going to go there. So we're trying to find where I can put this trombone. Let's do that there. So it's our minifigure collection so far. So now we're going to build two of these next things. I'll slide this over a little bit. So we're going to start with these two curved plates here. You're going to add a 1x2 with a clip on it, just on the end there. Then we're going to add a blue 1x2 plate, and then we'll add another 1x2 with a clip on the end here. Then we're going to get these longer plates here. I think these are 1x12s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're going to add a 1x4 plate to the end of each of these. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Find the 1x4, there it is. That's the last one, and then we're going to get some yellow 1x3s. Then we get a 1x5 just to go on there, so we get a slight overlap by one stud onto the ends. Just like that, and then these are going to attach just at the back of our curved pieces here. So we get two pieces that look like this. Then we're going to get a 2x8. We're going to add some tan coloured 1x2 plates to the ends underneath each of these. and then we're going to add a 1x2 here and here and here and here, and then we're going to run a 1x6 across the tops here. Then these pieces are going to sit just behind our 1x2 that we've added in there. Yeah, no worries, Brandon. Hope you're feeling better now. So now we've got pieces like this. We're going to flip this over. And we're going to add a 2x4 just here to overlap the curved piece. Just like this. And if we bring back in, I think it's this way up we are now, bring this piece back in here, we're going to add these to these blue areas, pointing outwards from the centre there like that. Then we're going to add some plates. So we've got 4 of these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14s, 2x14s. We've got 4 3x3s, a couple of 2x6s, and a couple of 1x6s too. So we start with running our 2x14s across here, 2 of these. Same on this side here. Then we've got our 3x3s that go on here, here, here and here. Then our 1x6 is going to go in this side, and then our 2x6 goes in here like that. So we just covered all that area there. Then we're going to flip this back over, come back to here. We're going to get 2 dark tan corner plates, and these are going to go on the underside down here, and on this side where we have these orange plates coming out underneath. And I'll put this to the side, and we're going to build 2 of these next things. So we've got these longer right angle pieces here. Going to add a 1x1 blue plate to the end of each. Then we've got a quarter tile in red, goes in like this, and then we have 2 hinge pieces, one like this, one like that, and then we can open the hinge up. Then we're going to attach another one of these larger corner plates, so it looks like this. Then we've got another blue 1x1 to go on, and then we'll add another hinge, and this time a black hinge. It's going to go like this. Then we've got some 1x2 clips, 1x2 plates, another clip, and a 1x1 plate. So we've got something like this. Just do that on the other one. And then we're going to add a 1x6 across here and a 1x1 tile on the end. It's a bit of a complicated piece. And back in here, and then these 2 pieces are going to angle over here, I think, give us this angle. And this one goes over this side. On that side. So we've got the two angled pieces there. Now we're going to build another two, which I guess can go on the other side. Start with these lighter, longer corner plates. Stick a 1x1 plate on there. And on there. Then we've got our quarter tiles again. And our hinge pieces go on. And we'll add another corner piece here. Then it's another 1x1. And then our black hinge goes on. We've got another one there, and then these are going to go, as I said, on the other side. This one goes on this side. We've got something that looks like that now. I'll put this the right way round to match the instructions, and then we get two 2x8s, and then we've got a couple of 1x2s here in blue. These go next to our hinge pieces under here. Then our 2x8s just connect where the two hinges join in that main frame there. Now we're on to bag 20 and 21. So we'll open these both at the same time. It looks like we build two of these pieces together now, again. I think these two bags are identical actually, so you can do both the bits at once. So remove this part out of the way, and then we start with a 1x2 with studs on both sides in black, and then we're just going to add a couple of 1x2 tan coloured plates on top. Then we stick another 1x2 with studs on both sides on, and then we're going to stick another couple of 1x2 plates on. And to finish this off, we'll stick another 1x2 with studs on. So we end up with something that looks like this. Then we'll add 2 white 1x2 log bricks. Followed by a 1x2 plate and another 1x2 black brick with 2 studs on. And then we go for the larger 1x2 by 1 1/3 with studs on both sides. 3 of these just go on top. 3, so make something like this. Then we get a 2x8 plate. Can add a 2x3 plate, 2 studs over from one end. Then onto that we'll add a 1x2 plate, and then 2 of these 1x2 with clip plates on top. Then with those in place, we're going to go push this across the top here, 3 studs down, just like this. And then we get these sloped pieces here, and we're just going to add these to our ends. So there's a 1 stud overhang on the base here. Then we're going to get another 2x8. And then we'll add 2x2 plates to each end. Then we'll add one of these log bricks again in the middle. And then we'll add another layer of 2x2 plates on top of the ones we've already added. Then we'll add a 1x2 plate on each side here. Then we'll get some more of these 1x2 plates with studs on the side, and this time we'll add it sideways underneath each end. Then we get a 2x6 brick. There's 1 brick, where's the other one? There's the other one. And then we're going to add 4 of these corner plates. And we're going to add them into the middle here to make a cross like this. And then this is going to sit just behind the log brick here like this. And then these pieces are going to attach to the other end of this piece here. So we've got something like this now on each side. Then we get some more of our slopes again. And then we can add these across here like that. To make something like this. Those to the side again. Then we need some more corner plates. This time we'll add a 1x1 plate to the ends, and then we have a yellow 1x2 clip. Then we add a 1x2 on top, and then we have another quarter red tile in there like that. So we'll make another one of those. And then these are going to go on these little stud ledges here like that. And then of course we do the same now for the other side. And this goes on the other side. Then we get a larger wedge piece, looks like this. This then sits across the top of what we've just added. A couple of 2x3s here, can add 2x4 plate on top. Then we add a 2x4 plate underneath too. And then we can add some of these smaller slopes. So these ones go on this side. And then we get some dark bluish grey smaller wedge pieces here to go in that side like that. And then we'll flip this over here, and then this is going to sit on the underside like this. Then we can attach these to our main structure again. So this wedge piece here is going to go just on the end there, which is going to attach to here. So we end up with something that sticks out like this. Like that on the other side, just starting to form this disc shape. So we'll slide that out of the way again, and then we're going to build two of these next pieces as well. So we start with a 1x2 plate. We've got 1x2 log brick. Then we've got our black 1x2 with studs on, and then a couple more white log bricks. Then we have a 1x2 plate and another 1x2 studs on each side. And then we're going again for the 1x2 by 1 1/3 studs all round. 3 of these again. 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll run this 2x10. That's this side, and on this one. Then we're going to get the longer slope pieces again. 2x3, 1x6, 1x2 plates, and then this end we stick the 1x6 plate across with the 1x2. Then we have our slope piece here, and then the 2x3 plate just goes just behind it. Then we get another log brick. We've got some 1x2 pieces with clips on. Some 1x2 yellow pieces here with clips as well. A couple of 2x2 plates as well there. So our upward facing clips are going here, just at the back, with another 1x2 plate. And our 2x2 goes here, our log brick just in front, and our 2 yellow clips hanging off here like this. And we have this. Then we get another couple of 1x2 plates, 1x1s, and some quarter tiles. Then we're going to add a 1x1 to this end. Followed by our quarter tile. And our 1x2 plate goes on the inside there. Then we're going to get a couple of dark hinges here. And some 1x1 plates. And we'll stick this black hinge here at the back, followed by a 1x1, followed by another hinge as well, overhanging. Do the same here. Then we'll need a 1x4 plate. We've got the slope pieces again, and we have a 1x4 tile this time. So again, the slopes run here. Then we run the 1x4 plates, and then the tile like this. Then with these done, bring in our central piece back in here. This one goes coming out of this angle here, and then this one on the opposite side. That's not quite right, is it? Is that right? That one goes there and comes across here. This one goes across here, faces that way. Guess that's right. Looks a bit wonky there at the moment. Maybe it is. Instructions. That one goes on there. That's correct. That one goes on there. That's correct. That one goes there. Correct. So yeah, looks like it's correct. And then we do another 2 for the other side now. It's getting harder to move this Uber. So again, start with a couple of log bricks. Going to stick a 1x2 plate into the base. We've got a 1x2 with 2 studs on. Some more log bricks on. One by 2 plate and another 1x2 with studs on the side. And then, like the other ones, we'll add 3 of these 1x2 1/3 to finish off our core structure like this. This is the last part of this bag now, by the looks of things. Running out of pieces. So there we go, got 2 of those. Then we'll add our 2x10 plates across here. Then with that done, we get a 1x6 plate. We've got 2x3s again. Some more of our slope pieces. These longer ones, and a 1x2 plate. So the 1x6 again goes across here, followed by the 1x2. Slope pieces on the ends, and then 2x3 just behind. Then we get a couple of 2x2 plates with a log brick, 1x2 plate, some more of our 1x2 with clips, and also the upward facing 1x2 clip pieces too. And then we're going to add the upward facing ones here, single 1x2 there, our log brick here, 2x2 here, and then our 1x2 clips. And with those in place, we get a couple black hinge pieces and some more 1x1 plates. And we're just going to add our hinges in here. Like this. And like this. And then we can bring back in our central structure again. And this time these are going to go over this way. So this one goes in there. This one goes down here. See how this sort of shape is coming together. Then with this in place here, we've got to put some pieces in the middle. So we get two 2x3s, got these red wedges. And we're going to add this one here. This one's going to go already. Let's try that again. This one goes here. It goes here to stick the hinge in place. And the blue ones go here without a wedge on and just slot across apparently. Ugh, it's a little fiddly. That's just some plates to lock in the hinges we've already put. And then still with this up, we get 4 of these semicircle plates. These are going to go across each side here. There. And we'll flip this over like this, and we're going to build 4 of these. So we get some 2x4s, step them up like this. We've got these smaller slopes here, add these on, and then on the back here put these extra wedges on. So we're going to make 4 of these. One more of these. And with these in place, these are going to go over here where these white logs are. Just connect here, give it a bit more structure. They're not so flimsy here. That's the end of bag. What's that then? What did I miss? I've ended up with quite a few of these left. What did I miss? Put those on that side, yeah. I missed these ones here. I did. Let's go back. Yeah, I did. I missed these clips on here. And on this side here as well. Goes on there. There we go. So now we're done. We're up to bag 22. So let's just put this dish to the side. As a reminder, there are 30 bags in total in this set, so we've got another 8 bags to go. But as I said, I do have the gift with purchase as well. Shuttle to build as well. So we start with this 2x8. I'm then going to add, if I can find it, a 2x2 plate to the end. And then we've got our cheese wedge thingy, longer ones going this way. So you've got 4 of these going in the middle, followed by another 2x2 plate on the ends. And on these plates we're going to stick some light bluish grey wedges going the opposite direction. So end up with something like this. Still being on this way up. This way here, we're going to add this to this end here. We'll just put that to the side a moment, and then we get another 2x8 here, and then we're just going to add this with the 8 of the longer slopes all the way down. And one more, and then this is going to go just in front here. Of those slopes there like that. Then coming back over again, I think, is that right? No, still over there. Where am I at? Oh, I need to put the sticker on. Coming across here, you're going to get 2 of these 4x4 tiles. So 2 of those, we've got the smaller triangle plates. Got these cutaway tiles as well. One going that way, one the other. Couple of dark tan 1x1s, couple of triangle tiles, some larger wedge pieces. I think we're good to go then. So I think our triangle pieces go there, and our larger wedge piece goes across. Then we're going to stick these 4x4 tiles on here. I'm going to stick a sticker on there in a second. Then this wedge here. Another triangle there. Then have this tile here. And this one here. Then we've got our almost last sticker. Goes under there like that. Then we're going to continue down these plates here to add some more pieces. So we've got some 2x4 dark tan pieces, 3 1x4 plates. We've got 6 1x1 tiles, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6 2x4s, a couple of 2x2 tiles. We've got 4 1x4 modify tiles. Find 3, there's the 4th one, and a couple of corner plates as well. There it is. And so we go for our 2x2 tile starts there, 2x4 here. 1x4 plate goes across this gap here. Another 2x4 tile here. 2x2 on the end. Then we have a 1x1 tile going each end. Our modified 1x4 with the 2 studs on here. Then our corner plates go in. Then our 2x4 plates go down here, followed by our 1x4s. And our 2x4s gonna push across. Then again our 1x1s in each corner, another modified 1x4 then. And then our last 1x1s go in here. Then we've got these larger wedge pieces, got 2 each of those. Smaller triangle pieces. Dark tan ones, and 8 2x4 tiles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're going to sort of plate out this bit over here. So that one, this one I think, we'll stick this triangle plate here. And this wedge piece here. Then our larger wedge goes out across here. Then we'll do 4 2x4 tiles down here. Then another large wedge piece going across here. Do the same on the other side. And that's that side. And then to finish this off all the way around the rest of the side, we have these wedges. We get 4 2x4s, more wedges and triangle plates. We have some cutaway tiles and some triangle tiles as well. And then moving down here, we're going to add in dark tan one here, triangle one there, two by fours in here. We also have a 1x1 dark tan tile there. Triangle in here, and one in there. Do the same on the other side. And then triangle one goes in here. That's that all cladded over. Then we need a 1x2 here with the stripes on. That's going to go into this gap. We have a Technic claw in yellow. It's going to go into this red pin here. And then we have a 1x2 plate which just covers up that piece there. Then we've got some macaroni tiles, large ones and the smaller ones, the 1x2s, and we have some half circle tiles too. And in here we start with the macaroni tiles going across here. And 2 of these, 4 there. And then in the centre here we're going to put these across here. Then our half circles just going to go in this part in the middle here and here, and we finish off with some 1x1s go on here, and then our larger macaronis complete the circle here. That's the end of bag 22. So 23, we've got another minifigure, so Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Always prefers his beverages to be tea, Earl Grey hot. So we've got Captain's got a hot drink. There's his hot tea in a glass. He's got his red tunic on and his black legs. He's got one facial expression, of course, because he's bald, so you can see his hair isn't going to have anything hidden underneath the hairpiece. There's Captain Jean-Luc Picard. And of course he takes a prize spot in the middle of our display. There's our minifigures so far. Now moving back on to this central piece, we're going to flip back over to the other side again now. And now we're going to fill this gap up here with some plates. So we've got 4 of these 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10s. 4 of those, 1, 2, and then we've got 4 2x6 plates in dark tan 2. So we start with these 2x6s go across here. Then we put these larger plates next to each other here in the centre. Same on this side as well. And then the 2x6s in there too. We've got this nice printed piece here that's got the USS Enterprise on. We also have 2 of these longer plates. We'll have 4 2x4 tiles. And we have this 1x8 as well. This 1x8 is going to go in here. Our 2x4s coming off here. Then we'll run these plates down the middle here. And then this large printed piece just goes in the middle there like that. Then we've got these large wedge pieces, 2 in each direction. We have 14 2x4 tiles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. a couple of 2x2 modifieds in dark bluish grey, and then we've got 4 ingots. So now we're going to work on these areas here. So over here we're going to go a couple of these 2x4s going downwards. And then we have this wedge piece here. Ingot goes in there. 2x4 here. One of our modified pieces in there. Some more 2x4s going this way. So our other wedge will go on. 2x4 there, 2x4 here, and the other ingot goes in this gap here. So it's covered that way up. And of course we do the same going this way. We've got 2x4s, 2x4s, wedge piece there, 2x4s across, down the middle, ingot there and here. That's that bit. Then we've got the smaller triangular pieces. Two 2x4s, these dark tan pieces. And then, where are we at? Get my orientation correct first. We're here. We're filling these gaps here. So we stick a 2x4 here. And this wedge piece here and here. Then that dark tan one there. Dark tan one here. These triangles there. And we'll do the same down this way. And so just filling out that space there. Then we're going to start filling out these bits here. So for that we've got some slightly different shaped wedges. Got 1x6 tile, a couple of 1x3 tiles somewhere. 1, 2. A couple cutaway pieces, a couple of grills. Some 1x1 tiles 2, another modified 2x2, and a couple of 2x2 tiles too. I think that's it then. So coming down here, start with these cutaway tiles. It's 1x1. Then we have this wedge piece, followed by a 1x3. Then the grill piece goes across, 2x2 just behind, 1x6 comes across there, modified one, 2x2 grill piece, 1x3, Stick our wedge piece on. Cutaway piece, and one by one. And moving down here a bit more, we've got a 2x6, a couple of 2x4 tiles, some more 2x2 tiles as well. Here, smaller wedges, going that way, one that way, a couple of 2x4s, and some triangle pieces too. So our triangle pieces go on first here and here. Oh, not there. There and there. And our wedge pieces further out here, followed by our 2x2 tiles here. 2x4 go on the inside. 2x4 plates then further on the inside, and then 2x6 plate running down the middle bit. Then we've got some wedge pieces, some A plates, another 2x4, a couple more grill tiles, a couple more triangles, some ingots, smaller wedges. I think we're good to go then. We're going to add round here now. So add this wedge here. Then we have a triangle piece. And our A frame piece goes on next. We'll stick the ingot in the middle there. 2x4 comes out here. And we'll run this A across here. And the ingot in the middle of that. Do then run this dark tan piece here and here. Our grills are on the end here. And that piece looks like that. Then we have these semicircles here. We've got 4 macaroni tiles and a couple of dark tan 1x2s as well. And so for this centerpiece, I'll get this right. These macaronis here, 1x2 there, more macaronis around this way. And we have our plates in the middle here. And we have a 2x4, stick some cheese wedges either side of that, like this. And then we have a semicircle with a stud on and a normal semicircle tile. Then we've got these corner curved pieces. In the middle here, stick the stud one and the tile on. And we can add these quarter dome pieces in the corners. Just like that. Nearly there. Then we've got a 6x6 here. I'm going to add these groove 1x2 bricks to here. This is then going to cover up this part here. And then we've got this piece here. First, let's flip this. I need to flip this over. And this dish here is going to have the last sticker on. Put that on pretty badly. This is the oval shield marks the location of the captain's yacht, which is never used in the series. This is just going to clip in to the centre there like that. Then we'll just put this to the side a moment. And we're going to get a Technic brick with a cross hole in it, stick a cheese wedge on top, run a pin through that. Then we'll slide these spacers or stoppers down, 2 of those, followed by a Technic brick 1x2. It's going to go down here like this. Ingot goes on top and a 1x2 plate underneath. It says a Type-15 shuttle hides the safety pin for the primary hull and saucer section. So you can see the way that's going to go in. What do I do with that then? Do I actually attach this now? Looks like I do. So if I bring back in the hole here, this one, it's this way. Oh, something flew off there. I'm not sure what goes in there. I think that holds in there. Oops, sorry, so that just goes in there. If you pull that out, then you can detach the hole. Is that right? Let's have a look. Yeah, so this just pops in there like that, and holds the hole in place. Let's see, go to the wide camera so you can have a look. Now that you can see is all in place. Now we've stuck that little pin in the top there. Something did ping off when I put that on, I don't know what it was. Probably find it later on the floor. Nothing immediately obvious. Right, so that's that bit done. We'll move on to bag 24. Start to continue to build out the details of this top section. So we start with a 4x8 plate. These are all our stickers done now as well, by the way. So we're no more stickers to go. Then we'll add this 1x6 with a 1 stud overhang. Then it's a 2x6. And then we'll add a wedge in, if I can find one that's going the right way. This one, stick the wedge in there. Then we need another one that's going to go in underneath there like that. Then we'll add another one here. Then we've got a 2x6 tile, 1x6 plate, and a 2x6 tile again. Then we'll flip this over here. We'll run another 1x6 plate across, and then just at the top here, add the 1x2 handle pieces, followed by the 2x3 plates here. Then we have one of these bright orange handle pieces goes on, and a 2x3 plate there as well. We have one of these inverted 2x2 rounds as well, and then we can put that down a second. We get a 4x4 plate here, add a 1x6 tile, and a 2x6 tile, and then a wedge piece here like that. Flip this over, and then we're going to add some 1x2 plates with clips, and also the handle ones going in here. And then this should clip into that orange piece there, and then I can angle back. And if we bring the ship in here, this is going to connect to this front section. And it's going to go in here, I think. Doesn't seem like it's angling enough there. Take that off again. And it goes in there like that. Then our next piece, we get these wedges. We get another one. And we run this plate underneath. Then we've got a 4x6 plate across. I'm going to run a 1x8 around the edges here. Then we can add some tiles. So we've got 2x4 there, 2x6, 2x6, one of these 4x6 plates here. And we need a wedge piece like this. We have an ingot here, and then we have a smaller wedge coming on the top there. Then we can flip this over here. Stick these 1x2 with handle pieces. 2x3 here. This is in here, and then we have these inverted 2x2s in there. Then we get a 2x6, we're going to add a 1x4 plate into the middle, so we get a 1 stud over each side. We'll add a 4x4 plate into the base of that. Then run another 2x6 up here. Another wedge there, and then a 2x3 tile here. We flip that back over, and then run these handle pieces on here, and then some 1x2 clips on here. Another inverted piece here to secure these together. A red 1x2 plate here. We then have an inverted slate piece here, which we're going to stick another 1x2 plate on. And then with that in position, get this piece here. Oh, I forgot to put an extra wedge on here as well. So then this sits on here like that. And then can be, hopefully, slide in to here. So that bit's gone on there. Then on to the next section. So triangles here, that one there. Then we've got some more tiles to running off here. 1x6, a 2x6 and then a large wedge. Flip this over, and a 1x6 there. Then we'll stick some handles in there, 2x3 there. Then on the top here again, we need to add our various tiles. Right there, have an ingot. Not that one. We have this larger wedge here. Ingot goes on there, and then a smaller wedge piece going on top there. Then again we have our orange handle piece here, 2x3 on there, inverted 2x2 here. Put that down, we'll get a 4x4 plate again, stick a 1x6 tile across, 2x6, and a larger wedge here. Flip this over, stick our clips in here and here, and our handle pieces, and we'll do the inverted piece again. This then clips in here again, and then we can clip this on the other side actually. So that comes out. Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. It just goes in that side. So the opposite of this side, which I just realised I didn't stick the stuff on here, did I? So that's that one there. Missed a whole step out there of putting this stuff on top. 1x4 there, and a small wedge there, and the ingot goes on there. Larger wedge then across that side, and that should be okay. So I think that matches there. And oh no, ingots got to come off and go over one. It goes in there like that. Now I missed that bit. Then we get, which is on the last part of here now, add these wedges together. And we add another one, then we add our larger plate across there. And on here, and again our 1x8s, just going around the edge here. 2x6, 2x6. Remember this time. Goes on there. Then if we flip this over, we'll stick our handle pieces on here, then our 2x3. Handle piece again, 2x3, and our inverted 2x2 round piece. Then we get our 2x6 stick our 1x4 on, followed by our 4x4, another 2x6, wedge piece, 2x3, flip this over here. We're going to add our 1x2 clips on. And our handle pieces. Another inverted piece here. And we've got our red 1x2. Actually need to move over one stud. Ooh, onto there. And the inverted piece again, and another red plate there. And this clips onto there. We can angle there. This one goes round to this gap here. Bits on there like that. And then we've gone to the end of bag 24. So crack open bag 25. We've got Councillor Dana Troi here. Was often seen using her data pad, personal access display device, a handheld computer interface that seems similar to our computer tablets now. The Star Trek franchise predicted several of the modern technologies we use today. So next minifigure, Dana Troi out. So she's got this lilac legs, and then she's got the printed torso with the Star Trek badge. She's got two facial expressions. One she's sort of laughing, one she's just smiling. We'll go with the laughing one. She's got a large black hair that goes on top. And then she's got the tablet that I just mentioned in the readout. So there's our next minifigure, and she's going next to Data on our stand there. So this is our lineup at the moment. Pretty cool. Now on to the next part of the ship. So we start with this large wedge here. We're going to add this wedge on like that. And then we have a curved piece going on the edge here, followed by a 2x6. Just going to run here, and then this 1x6 in blue goes underneath. Just double check, did I put that the right way? No, I didn't. Oh, that looks a bit weird. It's got to go that way. Okay, with that done, then we need to add 2x6 tile here, 1x6 plate there. Going to run a 1x3 tile across the middle there, and we have another 2x6, and then a larger wedge piece that's going to go on the outside. Then we have a smaller wedge here and a 1x6 tile which goes on here, not there. We have a 2x4, 2x4 that goes on there, and then we have another triangle. Found it. Now the triangle piece goes in there. And if we flip this over, we're going to add handles to this end. 2x3 here. Then we've got one of these handle pieces again, and another 2x3 piece. And we'll stick an inverted 2x2 on there to secure that up. And we start with a 2x6 again, add a 1x4 one stud over. Then we have a 1x3, another curved piece, and we'll just stick a wedge over the top. When we flip this back, we'll stick a 1x2 clip here, and then a handle each side. Then we'll do our inverted 2x2 piece here. Then we can connect this to here like that. And then this piece is going to clip into here. Slowly coming around there. It's going to be quite a large dish this when it's ready. So add these wedges together. And another one there. We've got a 2x8 running down this side, and then a 1x6 coming across there. Add a 1x2 tile here and a 1x6 down this side, and then a couple of 2x6 tiles coming down here. Then a 2x4 here, wedge piece here, and another one triangle pieces here in the corner. And if we flip this over, we've got some handle pieces again. And then we're going to add these pieces on here, followed by an inverted 2x2 round. Then we'll put that down a second. We get one of these smaller wedge pieces here. We'll get a 2x3 tile, which I can't find, and there it is. I'll come across here, and a 1x3 plate. And then we're going to run a 1x6 tile across. And we'll have another one of these circle pieces here. Then have a 1x4 tile, and then another triangle plate to finish that off there. And if we flip this over, we're going to have a corner plate running here, and then a couple of 1x2 clips. And the handles the other way. We'll stick our inverted pieces in, and then this is going to go clip in here, and then we're going to continue to come round to this bit here, and that just adds in there. So we'll start to continue the big dome dish round. Next up, we get the large wedge piece here. Add this wedge here. And the curved piece there. 2x6 down here, 1x6 blue piece underneath. Then we've got 2x6, 1x6, another 2x6 piece here, and then another wedge piece here to continue that out. Oh, tell you what I didn't do there, put the 1x3 on. Yikes, that one up there. First thing, like that. Then we'll add 1x6 up here, 2x4, another wedge here, and then another triangle piece in here. Then if we flip that over again, put our handles on, two by three, then we get 2x6 and our 1x4 on here. Then we can clip this bottom side under here, and then going over this side we can start to clip this on here. That's going out over that side now. Next up, add some more wedges here. Then we're going to add some tiles. Got a 1x2 this time, 1x6 plate, and then another 2x6 tile. At the top here we add 2x4 tile, another triangle there. We have a wedge piece going on there as well. Then if we flip this over, stick our handles on. And that piece is done. And this on here. Then we'll stick our clips on here. And our handles here, inverted pieces in, and also our corner plate here. And we'll clip that onto there, and then we can add that over here. A little hard to that goes on into there. So now let's go to the wide camera to give you a look at where we got to. As you can see how big this area is now going. And that's probably the end, I think, of bag 25. So we've done most of the sort of front half of the dome now. Now on to bag 26. Yes, 2K, welcome to the stream, or welcome to the channel in fact. Hope you're good. So, thinking to myself, I might very well not get to the end of this today, but let's see. So next up, the next wedges come together. Goes on there. Oh, not that one. Yikes. That goes on there. 2x6 goes down here. That's our next segment. Then at the top here, we want our 2x4. Keep pulling out the wrong parts. That bit goes here. Then we just need our triangle piece. Goes in the top there. If we flip this over here, can I put two handles on the ends? And we want a wedge piece. I'm not sure I can see. There it is. No, that's the wrong one. There it is. So I've got this wedge piece here. Then a 1x3 plate. Off the back of that. Run a 1x6 tile across. A piece like this, we flip this over, we've got the corner plate again going in here. Goes in there, and then this can clip onto our piece here. This is then going to go into this section here. Fit in there. Move this over a little bit. It's getting bigger and bigger, this thing. one in here. Then we've got that. We can flip this over, and then we're going to put our handles in here. Now 2x3 there. Then we've got our handle here, 2x3 again. And we'll put our inverted 2x2 on. Then we go the 2x6 is what we need. Add our 1x4 on. One by 3 there. Then we add our wedge piece. Put that over again. Got our clips and handles to put on. Okay, so clip that on there. This one is coming into this section here. Let's come round to there. Go. See, did I do that right? Let's do this again. So it goes 3 up, then that one, and that one, then this one. This one finishes off this side here. Doesn't seem to. Oh, not that bit. What was that then? Put that the right way around. No, I didn't. So that goes there. It goes there. boom, boom. No, it goes on the side. Thought that was a bit weird. It does go on this side. So that's just gone on this side here. So then we add this wedge here. This is the last bit for this bag now. We're running out of pieces. Just double check this one's right, so I don't seem too right. So this one goes like that. That yellow bit stick out there. Doesn't seem to make sense, that. Do it. Seems to be what the instructions are telling me. So let's continue like that. Don't know why that bit sticks out like that. See if it works when you put it in. Flip this over. Yeah, see, that's one. Stud up too far, I think. This one here. Then we'll clip this bit as usual to the base of here, and then this bit is going on the other side. This bit's going in here, hopefully. It's a little tricky to see, but there you go, that's gone in there. We've nearly got all of that top part covered. I think that's the end of that bag. It's bag 27. are slightly smaller wedges this time. Right, did this a minute ago. I messed up again. That goes on. I think it's like when you start making mistakes, time to stop. So I've got that 3 up. I think I did 3 up, and that goes on there like that. Then you have another one like that. Then you have this one over here. This is better, I think. Then this goes on here. That's it. One's up there like that. Then you add a 2x6 tile. Then at the top here we've got another 2x6. And we'll add this wedge piece going across here. We have an ingot going in now. We have a 2x4 tile coming down here, and then we have a smaller wedge piece just going in there like that. Then if we flip this over, we'll add a couple of handle pieces here, and a 2x3 piece here, then have our orange piece there, 2x3 here, and we'll put an inverted 2x2 round in there. Then we get our 1x4, which will go in the middle of our 2x6, 4x4 on, and it's another wedge here and a 2x6 in the middle. Flip this over like this, and then add a smaller wedge down here, followed by another one, on top like that. Then we have a 1x1 round goes in there. Got our usual handle pieces here. Then some clip pieces this way. Then another wedge on top of that one. And then we've got our inverted piece here. Then we've got a 1x2 round that goes in there. This piece clips into there. And this is our final bit here. Sticks in there. And next up, add some more plates here. We've got our 2x6 tile, another wedge at the end here. We then have a 1x1 round with a pin and a 1x1 tile, and an ingot goes across, followed by a 2x4. Then we're going to add one of these shiny ingots here. Then at the top here we have another wedge. Two by four. small wedge here, and then we'll do a dark tan 1x2 into there. We're all good there. And if we flip this over, we're going to stick some handles in here and here. And then this piece just goes into this bit here, hopefully. Just rests in there to finish that section off. So back over to the other side. And this goes here. Flip this over, stick our handles on. It goes on there like that, then we can clip this onto here. And then this is going in our outlet gap here. Trickier and trickier to push these things in now. There we go, so that's in now, just there. Just got our final part to do, then pretty much the main dish looking part is done. Just done that. That goes on there. That goes on there. No, that's not the right place either. What am I doing here? Come on. So in here we've got the ingot going in. 1x1 round with a pin, and then a 1x1 tile in here. And we flip these pieces over, and let's stick our handle piece in here. That's that last section here. as we've done before. This one goes in into here and sits down there. So I'll just go to the wide camera so you can get a look at the status. This is kind of the saucery part, the dish part done. Looking quite cool, obviously a bit jaggedy, so we're going to work on now, I think, in the next bags, getting the rest of that finished off. Next up we've got Wharf. So bag 28 of 30. We'll probably get to the end of this today. As I said, we do have the gift with purchase as well at the end. So he's got the black legs, got the mustard coloured torso there with a belt running around it. He has two faces, one with sort of a growl looking and one with just a closed mouth. And then of course he does have a headpiece there to give him his forehead and his hair. Then he's got his device here and like this. And he's going to go down this end on our collection of minifigures so far. So we get our 6x6. It's going to get tricky now because I've got to go underneath it and put that in the middle, which you won't be able to see unfortunately. But I've put the tile underneath there. Then we've got to build the section that goes across. So we start with a 6x6. We're going to stick a 2x6 plate across. I'll put a 1x1 plate in here, 1x6 across there. Then we stick a 2x3 to connect them. And we're going to add wedge to the end here, and we put a wedge or hinge in here. We can add an alternate wedge in there, and we'll add this yellow piece here, 6x6 tile here. Oh, hang on. Over one. Of course, we need a 1x6 tile on first, then the 6x6 one. Then we'll stick a 2x4 plate across there to reinforce that section. Then we'll stick a 2x3 there. 2x3 here, and then we'll stick two of these pieces here into there like that. Oh, then we're going to get these 1x1 1/3 with studs on. And these up, and this is going to attach to the edge here like that. And we do the same again. This one goes down that side there, around the edge. And then this piece, supposedly, again, you're not going to see this unfortunately, but we'll attach underneath. This is basically going into those bricks we had before. Weirdly, it doesn't really want to clip in there. Oh, just drop it on the floor. Ugh! Don't know why that is. God, this is one of the most trickiest things to stick on. That just does not want to have anything on the curvature there. Let's have a look. So that is that. That's there. That's like that. Still looks okay, I think. That goes there. On that there. On that there. Then. It's going this way around. That'd be why. Misread the instructions. Oh. So it's gone around this way. Panic over. So that one's done. Next one. Same again. 6x6, 2x6 goes on. Stick a wedge on the ends. Then a 2x3 there. I'm going to stick a hinge on here. Then another wedge on. And this yellow plate comes out. Stick our 1x6 tile. Excuse me. Followed by our 6x6 tile. Then we'll add our 2x4 plate. Then we'll add our 2x3 plates here, and those curved black pieces go in. Just in there like that. Then we've got our 1x1 1/3 again. Alternate between dark bluish grey and black. And then we'll do another one. Goes on that side. And yeah, this one should hopefully go around this way, which it does. So I just added that there. Next up, we get a 6x6 and add a 1x4 plate in there. Then a longer 1x8 there. Stick a tile in and a wedge. We've got our 2x4 plate in here, and our curved black piece there on the ends. And with that in place, we then switch and get an inverted curved piece. You get a 1x1 with a handle piece, it goes in the back. Like a 1x2 plate on top. We have an upward facing bracket piece and a 1x2 plate going back again. We'll stick an orange tile on the back of that and a 1x1 tile on our bracket. That then clips into this piece. This piece clips in there like this, and this piece is going at the back, I think. That right. Where's that clip into them? So, and we'll do the same for the other side. So 4, 1x8, to be it for this bag. Then we do our inverted piece again with a handle. Then we'll do this one with this tile. And then a 1x1. Oh cool, the Ventnor class, that's a large one. I didn't bother getting that one when it came out. We've got that there, and then we're gonna stick this piece on here. And then it says, a new Lego colour reddish orange is used here to initiate the glow of the impulse drive. This one is going to go on the opposite side. Just in there, which you can't see, there's one in there. Now bag 29, we're going to do the last undersides, I think. One more bag left after this one. So we've got to build two of these next undersides at the same time. So start off with some 6x6s here. Going to add a blue green 1x3 even, just in here. We'll then do a 2x6 plate and a 2x3. So with those two done, we then get two 3x3 plates, and then we're going to add a downward bracket and a 1x1 downward bracket. That's going to go like this, I think. Then we're going to get these wedges here and add these to the ends. Then we get some hinges. Just going to add that hinge there and over here. And then we can add another wedge equally, going in that way as we start to curve in. Ooh, a bit more alignments there. Then with that done, get another hinge. We attach that in there to make the connection a bit better. With that done, we get a 4x4 and a 2x6. We're going to add the 2x6 tile across the middle of the 4x4s. Just add that to the ends. Then we get some inverted pieces. We're going to add these between the hinge here and each of these, and then we've got these black curved pieces again. One's going to go on here. And goes on there. And with those done, we get some 2x6s, add a 1x2 here in the top corner, and we add another one next to that, and then one down that way. And then on the ends of these, we're going to add a grey downward facing brackets. These then look like they add there. Seems odd to me, but that's what the instructions seem to say. Then we're going to get our 1x1 1/3. And then these are going to go on there. Then we do the same here, like that. And that just sits in there like that. Then we get another couple more, and we also get the squished semicircle 1x1s here. Sit that in there like that, and then this goes in. Ooh, yeah, it is like that. Goes in like this. Sit in there. One in there, and then we do the same on this side there. So those two are done now. So these are going to go. Let me get my orientation right. Looks like they go in here. And here. Then our next one, again 2 of these again. Start with 6x6. Yeah, you'll have time. You'll have fun around doing this one when you get it. The minifigures are quite good as well. I like the minifigures. So add those plates on there. Get some more 3x3s again. the downward facing brackets here. And we're going to add a wedge to the ends of these. And then we get our hinges out again. Add those on there. One on there, and we get our 4x4s here and our 2x6 tiles across. I didn't get the Dune copter. It looked quite good, that, but I never got around to picking one up. Still have to watch the second film yet as well. I haven't even seen that. And then we're going to add, like we did last time, we're going to add the other hinges in here, which I missed out. Then we put our inverted 2x2 rounds on. And then while we're here, we'll stick these curved black inverted pieces in. Yeah, we'll have to wait to see if they do any more Dune sets. So we get this 2x6 here, run these 1x2s down. And the bracket on the end. 6 on the end there. Still feels weird, this bit that's sticking out to me. What did I miss on this side? It goes on this side. Hang on, what have I ended up with? That's it. God, getting everything the wrong way around now. So it goes on the end there. That on there, and then we get these bricks to edge it off. That one goes on this side. Goes in there. And this one goes on this side. And this one goes in there. These, I think, are the final bits now. So this one goes around the back here. This one goes around the back this side. Right. Then we get the last two panel pieces here. Connect on this side. And on that side. Oh, God, that's tricky. I think that's the end of the bag. So let's go on the wide camera. view for this view, but we've put all of the covers on underneath here now, so it looks a bit better. So now we're on our final bag before we go into our final bag now before we go on to the gift with purchase. We also have, as part of this, we have these long rod pieces here as well for this last bit. We also have our last character. I think when I went to Billund to see this set last year in September before it was released, they said this was the most expensive minifigure that they've ever created, I think. So the Enigmatic Bartender, always ready to lend an ear, share nuggets of wisdom and service a little something green to thirsty off-duty crew members. This hairpiece is also brand new for this set. So we've got the purple torso here, and she's got two facial expressions, sort of a smiley face there and a really open smile face. Let's go for that for the there, and then there's our headpiece there with the moulded hair in the back, and then we've got a green drink going on. Yeah, I think this was I think that's the most expensive one they've ever done. Pretty more sure that's what they said when I was there. This is our final minifigure, so you can see all the cool. I'll get the USS Enterprise out of the way. Really vibrant and colourful, don't they? I think they look really cool. They've done that. I think there's something about the skin tones as well, which looks quite cool. So, final bit then. The first, the window at the front indicates the location of 10 forward, the ship's bar and recreational meeting place. So you'll see as we go through, we've got all these little printed pieces now to show us the windows. So we've got a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1 by 12 to start us off. 6 and 1 by 4s on here. And then a 1 by 2 at the top here to give us a staggered look. And then those pieces I just showed you, we can stick on the other side here. Like that, and then we can hopefully get the right orientation here now. It's going at the front, so this is going onto all these studs. Not sure I'm totally confident that pushing these things on isn't going to pop it somewhere. That's the first bit on. Then we've got to do 2 of these next ones at the same time. So we start with a 1 by 4. Got a 1 by 1 in dark tan, and then light bluish grey as well. And then we get these window pieces here. I'm going to stick these in here. Hey, welcome to the stream. My first Twitch follower, I think, or second Twitch follower. I've just started as of last stream, streaming on Twitch. So welcome. So we're going to stick our 1 by 1. There's the 1 by 1. There it is. Into there. So we've got 2 of these. This one's going to sit. Where's that going to sit? It's going to go there. Made a mistake there. Or have I made a mistake? Should I do it on that one as well? Let's see that. So I've got 1, 2, 2. Well, it should be right. That's the longer ones. to be saying I'll stick this in here, but then it doesn't look right. But it's showing me longer ones. What? Getting myself mixed up here, right? Yeah. Confused.com. Turn these off again. So this goes in there. Oh, that'll make more sense. Longer the other end, isn't it? Yes. Yikes, I did that completely wrong then. That's not what I want to do this time of day, to rebuild that. So let's try that again. These are longer ones. That's a shorter one again. Where's the longer one? There. Ugh. Go away. Try it again. Right. Aha. Yes. Sigh of relief. So one goes on over this side, you can't quite see, and then I'll do the same over this side. It goes all the way around there now. Now we do another 2 of these. So 1x4, 1x1 on there. I'm going to alternate these now, so we'll put the another 1x1 grey on. Dark tan, and then a light bluish grey. If you missed the start of the stream, I'm going to do the modular building next week if I get this finished, which hopefully looks like I will do. Using my favourite build of the year, the modular buildings. Then we're going to go for these slopes here. Can add this to the bottom of these slopes. And then we'll add a 1x3 brick. So there, and then we'll add a 1x2 plate followed by tile on top. And these are going to go around the back to earlier where we put these orange uniquely coloured pieces in there. So that piece goes in there. I'll give you a better look at this once it's all done at the ends. Then we're going to get 2 1x2 bricks, a couple of tiles, a couple of plates too. Just going to add these dark tan plates on with the tiles last. And then these are going to go in between these 2 pieces here on each side. Ugh. Then we're going to do 8 of these next pieces. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of those pieces with the windows, and we've got 8 1x4s, 4, 7, 8. Then we're just going to add these 1x1 dark tan and light bluish grey pieces in, and they're going to go into here. Just replicate that. This will be the last bit now. In there. one. That one. Starts to feel like you're working in a factory when this starts being repetitive, but one more to go. So there we go, we've got 8 of those now. And I think we just fill up whatever hasn't been filled up. Goes there. One goes there. One on there. One on this side at the back. Go in. And then the final piece goes in there. It says on the original filming models used for season 1 and 2, most windows on the rim were dark because they were too difficult to light electronically. Then of course we're not done yet. We have 2 of these silver arms here and 2 of these rods. Stick these in here, and then this is going to go at the top here. I'm going to clip into this little pin there, over into there. Same on the other side. Then we get these oversized pieces, and then these go on those clips. That one on top. Like that. So you can see that goes all the way around now. On top, and I think we're done, are we? Oh, nope, we've got a little plaque to do here. So we've got a printed tile there. It says USS Enterprise, Class Galaxy, Starfleet Registry, NCC 1701-D, launch date 40759.5, construction Utopia Plantia, Fleet Yard, Mars. So we start with this piece here. We've got a hinge, one of these here, and we can stick this in here. So we have a little plaque that we can stick on, and then that's it. So we have completed the Star Trek build. Let's go to the wide camera. And you can see here, kind of, it's a bit dark, I'll show you on the main one in a bit. Here's our minifigures complete. There's our plaque that I just did. And then you can get a sort of a gist of the size of this USS Enterprise. That's absolutely huge. Not sure where I'm going to be able to stick this once this is after this stream. You can see all how cool it is. It's got the roundness going on. It's really well with the plates to get that sort of shape going as well. And I won't do it, but you can pull this piece out here to remove that top section when you need to. Very cool. So let's go to the main camera. Gives you a kind of a cool view of it as well. Look, you see the engine going on and the roundness, which of course everyone knows is quite difficult to do in Lego. All those details there. Again, there's a little name plaque we can put down, but then also give you probably a better view of the minifigures. You can see there they are right there. Nice and cool and bright and colourful, quite vibrant, so look quite cool when they're sat next to the USS Enterprise. So there we go. We have completed it. It's taken, what was it, 5 or 6 streams? Lost count now. But we got there in the end. So hopefully you enjoyed that series of streams. If you did, as always, do hit that like button, show that you enjoyed it. And if you want to check out future streams as well, why not hit subscribe or join as a member of the channel as well, so you can keep up to date with all the stuff that's coming up. As I said at the start and a minute ago, we're going to continue a live stream next weekend. It's a new one. We'll be kicking off the 2026 modular building, so the shopping street. So you can join me as we kick that one off. I think they're about 2,000 pieces roughly. I think that's right. Is it right? Something like that. So I usually take a few streams just to get done. So 2 or 3 streams, I reckon, for that one. So you can join me next week. I've already put it on the YouTube channel if you want to hit the notification button for when that's going live. But you can join me next Sunday at 2 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time if you want to see us kick that one off. So that's it. We're all done. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, enjoy yourself. I hope to see you next week. Until then, stay safe and I'll see you then.